Article 14 guarantees the right to equality. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth, and Article 17 abolishes untouchability and forbids its practice. Sabarimala. The Supreme Court on Tuesday began hearing on whether prohibiting the entry of women in Kerala's Sabarimala temple on grounds of biological factors was discriminatory and violative of the Constitution. Ad choice advertising and read invented by Teeds. Article 14 guarantees the right to equality. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth, and Article 17 abolishes untouchability and forbids its practice. The Constitution Bench, comprising of Chief Justice Deepak Misra, Justice Rohinton Fali Nariman, Justice A.M. Kanwilkar, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Indu Malhotra, will address 4 questions framed by a 3-judge bench while referring the matter to a 5-judge Constitution bench on October 13, 2017. The petitioner, the Indian Young Lawyers Association, has challenged the 800-year-old practice of prohibiting the entry of women into the famed Lord Ayappan temple. The PIL has sought direction to the Kerala government, the Travancore Devaswam Board, chief and 3 priests of Sabarimala temple in the district magistrate of Pathanamthitta to ensure entry of female devotees between the age group of 10 to 50. Appearing for the petitioner, counsel Ravi Prakash Gupta told the court the restrictions on the entry of women in Sabarimala temple is not the essence of their religious affairs, as discrimination on the entry of women in the temple is neither a ritual nor a ceremony associated with Hindu religion. Gupta said, mere sight of a woman does not affect anybody's celibacy, if one has to take oath of it, otherwise such oath has no meaning. The Constitution bench will examine whether the exclusion of women, based on biological factors, amounts to discrimination, and violates the very core of Articles 14, 15 and 17 and not protected by morality, as used in Articles 25 and 26 of the Constitution. In the coming days, the court will hear arguments focusing on whether excluding women, in the age group of 10 to 50 years, constitutes an essential religious practice under Article 25, and whether a religious institution can assert a claim in that regard under the umbrella of right to manage its own affairs. In the matters of religion, besides, the court will address the question whether Ayappa temple has a denominational character, and if it was permissible for religious denomination managed by a statutory board and is funded by the Kerala and Tamil Nadu governments to indulge in practices violating the constitutional principles, morality. Another question to be addressed is whether Rule 3 of Kerala Hindu Places of Public Worship, Authorization of Entry, rules permits religious denomination to ban entry of women between the age of 10 to 50 years. If Rule 3 permitted the ban on the entry of women in Sabarimala temple, then would it not be foul of Articles 14 and 15(3), which says that nothing in the provision prohibiting discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth shall prevent the state from making any special provision for women and children? The Constitution bench will also examine whether Rule 3(b) is ultra vires of the Kerala Hindu Places of Public Worship, Authorization of Entry, Act, 1965, and if not, is it violative of the fundamental rights? The court on Tuesday asked the petitioner and others to conclude their arguments on Wednesday. Catch up on all the latest crime, national, international and hacky news here. Also, download the new Midday Android and iOS apps to get latest updates. This story has been sourced from a third-party syndicated feed agencies. Except for the change in the headline, the story has been provided as available, without any verification or editing from our side. Midday accepts no responsibility or liability for its dependability, trustworthiness, reliability and date of the text. Midday Management/mid-day.com reserves the sole right to alter, delete or remove without notice the content in its absolute discretion for any reason whatsoever.